suya chicken, goat sun, peanut stew, fufu, kombucha, of course. You can't have an African menu without jollof rice. We never do the same thing twice.
So today we're going to check out Grilled Peppers. It's a catering company in Rendelina, South Trinidad. They do a wide variety of dishes, and today they're going to be doing a lot of African dishes. So I can't wait.
The Grilled Peppers group is actually a combination of two companies, and that will be Grilled Peppers, of course, Grilled Peppers Caterers, the sign behind me, and Chef and Cheflies, which is our at-home restaurant concept. So Chef and Cheflies is the concept of bringing the restaurant home, and Grilled Peppers is the concept of bringing the entire party, buffet, to your wedding, to your Christmas dinners, to your corporate events, and well, of course, Carnival. We are known in the Carnival space. If you haven't heard the name before, that means you don't fit. My name is Kelly Atanas. I'm the executive chef and owner of both Grilled Peppers Caterers and Chef and Cheflies. And my background in culinary is a strange one. I actually learned to cook over the telephone. Everybody hungry, and I think I was more hungry than everyone else. My mom would give me a sandwich to go to school, a sandwich for lunch, a sandwich for breakfast, and when I got home I needed to eat some rice. But I didn't know how to cook, and my mother, who was an accountant by day and a chef by night, I would call her while she was at work doing her accounting job and ask her, for food, and she told me one day, well, why don't you cook? I said, well, I can't. And then, well, she just walked me through the steps with stuff that she would have had prepped to cook for dinner that evening. And that was the first meal. I burned it like hell. But after a long while, my mom would get home from work and she would actually start asking me, hey, look, you didn't cook anything today? She's home hungry. And then on Sundays, there were certain items I would make better than her. I learned to cook better than her. And this is all at the tender age of 13, by the way. And she would ask me to come and cook certain items in the kitchen, and of course she instilled that confidence in me, and here we are today. I've been cooking for events, sports days and tennis associations, and quite a few large events from a very, very early age in my life. But I did it for free. And one day some friends came for lunch home by me, and they asked me to do this thing as a business, and I told them, I said, listen, this is my passion, this is my release at the end of the day, and I didn't want to turn it into a business. But with a few pulling and tugging and a lot of obscene language, I eventually listened to their call, and a friend asked me to come and cook with her at Christmas Village, and that was the advent of Grilled Peppers, right? Here we are today.
That's a nice story, man. That's a very unique story also.
It was a release for me because after a stressful day at work, you get home, you either have two choices. Either you go by a bar and you sit down and you drink, or you find some way of creating and expressing yourself. And for me, food was that's something that I was allowed to express myself through. And of course, I don't mean to say this in a bad way. The way through a woman's heart is also through her belly. So I know people have heard it from men, but I loved cooking for my friends. You know what I mean? I love doing it. And I remember one time my wife today asked me when we were courting. She said she's feeling for homemade bread, and this was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and of course by about 3:30 she had fresh homemade bread to eat. You know what I mean?
You're lucky in.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, but she wasn't your wife at the time?
No, she wasn't my wife.
I was just going to ask if you have plenty of female friends, because you make...
No. Well, what we do at Grilled Peppers, because the core business is a catering company, one of the things that we do is we switch the menus up on a daily basis for 2 reasons. One, we test our culinary skills, right? We get to express ourselves through food, which is what we truly believe in doing, expressing our passion and sharing it with you guys, the public. And we get to do that on a daily basis. We're not pigeoned or boxed in any way. We get to cook freely. We get to cook what we feel to eat. You know what I mean? So our style of food is, hey, come down the road. It must have something for you to eat, right? But just come early, because food sells out at between the hours of 1 and 1:30. So if you could get down before that, you're sure to get something. Anytime after that, you're flipping dice. 231 Southern Main Road, Laramine. If you're coming from the Bamboo Junction end, which is the Massey roundabout, We are the 7th building on the left-hand side after the Health Center Street, the Laramine Health Center, easy to find, as well as if you're coming from the Price Mart end or the Pennywise end. If you're coming from the Pennywise end, when you're turning by the St. Benedict's Roman Catholic Church and you reach the Laramine Main Road, you make the left and we are the 3rd building on the right-hand side. The 3rd building on the right-hand side. Look for the Grilled Peppers sign. I used to manage brands. So I used to manage brands like Sony Ericsson and Samsung and BlackBerry throughout the Caribbean, which is where this name came from, A Taste of the Islands, because of my travels. Because of traveling so much for work, I developed this culinary palate, this Caribbean palate, where I've gotten the opportunity to taste food from throughout the Caribbean, and in some instances, to be able to, by my standards, better it. So our opening hours are from 6 a.m. to 2:30, 6 a.m. to 2:30. That is withstanding that lunch is still available. So you can get breakfast from us, and you get a wide mix of breakfast. I call it the Trini-Continental. So you get your bulgars, you get your sada, you get your fry bakes, you get your coconut bakes, and you might also bounce up a waffle with sausages and bacon and that type of thing. And then, well, of course, as I mentioned previously, lunch is a wide variety that you'll always have. We never do the same thing twice, right? So you can always check us out for lunch, breakfast. And because of the competence of our capabilities in terms of, because of the capabilities in terms of our catering company, we also have a bakery component to our organization, so feel free to order your breads, cakes, and pastries from us as well. So today we have suya chicken, which is an African spiced rub chicken, finished off on the grill. We have a gota sun, which is one of my favorite things to do. It's an African style goat, finished with eggs and tomato paste and pepper. Pepper is actually the base of this. It's actually made, the stock, everything is actually made from pepper, and then we saute with the tomato. So the tomato is on the lighter side. Pepper is like 80%, tomato is like 20%. We also have a peanut style chicken, which is another African style, a chicken in a kind of a peanut sauce, peanut stew, to be honest. Fufu, which completes the African style menu. Then we have kombucha salad, which is a tomatoes with onions, finished off with a little bit of pickle juice and some lemon juice as well. And of course, you can't have an African menu without jollof rice. So we have the jollof rice on the menu. Of course, jollof rice is a tomato based on the spicier side, because African food, surprisingly, is, I would say, spicier than Indian food, right? For those who don't know. You don't eat much salt?
No.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yes, but it's, you see, the thing is, you're eating it by itself. And like the sweet peanut chicken and the suya chicken or the gota sun, supposed to couple with it. So it's a rip and dip kind of a scenario. And actually, in African culture, there's a big bowl of fufu and a big bowl of stew. It's a communal style of eating. It's not you eating a plate. No, it's a communal style. So it's rip, dip, and eat. And there's a special way to actually put the fufu into your mouth as well. You're not supposed to chew, and you're also not supposed to push.
So when if I chew, you put it off with me?
Yeah. You know, yeah. Well, listen. This is one of our top customers. This man is in here every day for breakfast and lunch. Oh God, don't worry yourself. You're inside. Porridge tomorrow. Today was a busy day. We were planning for all kind of different things. But there's a way to actually take the fufu and you lift it into your mouth. Lift it. So it's not a bite your finger kind of thing. It's a lift it into your mouth. So you have to actually, if you watch when they have eaten it, they actually roll it in their hands. Hey, this is the first time you're having fufu. This is the first time you're having fufu. Fufu is of your ancestry, of your ancestral heritage.
I never know. What I'm saying is, it is for when the elders reach a certain age, right? When they have more teeth in their mouth, they partake more of this than
Well, it have jollof rice, just in case all your teeth in their place. We also have jollof rice.
What?
Jollof rice.
Wait.
Right there, jollof rice, that red, orange color looking rice.
Where?
Right there, on the buffet.
This?
I will taste it too.
No. Yeah, if you eat this, that's what you tell me about Chinese.
Okay.
That was you know tell me about.
Okay, I hear you. I know, that's another conversation. But this is now a jollof rice. Jollof, well, the thing is, right? So this is a West African meal. Right? West African food, well, African food on the whole, unbeknownst to a lot of people, is supposed to be 10 times more spicier than Indian food.
Not salt.
Not salt, spice. Salt, that's spicier, right? So the first time I had authentic African food, I was blown. My mind was blown. Well, you know, we have a company called Grilled Peppers, and I love pepper. But my mind was blown because I am like, there's nothing based on our culture in Trinidad. There's nothing spicier than, you know, a good curry, a nice bunje, right? Whoa, African food. Whoa. And I had the privilege of actually cooking for some Nigerians one time. And to test, I really wanted to test my African prowess and capabilities. And they called their friend, the family in Africa. They called family in Nigeria to tell them that they were eating proper African food in Trinidad. And when they called, the family was dining. And I was allowed to speak with the people and tell them how I did the meal. And they were eating Scotch bonnet pepper like it was a side. There was a bowl of Scotch bonnet pepper. I'm talking about a bowl of Scotch bonnet pepper. And they actually picking it up and they eating it together with the food. No, not like that. Not like that. I am talking about a bowl, a big bowl of pepper. A big bowl of pepper. They're eating it like tomatoes. A big bowl of pepper. And everybody around the table and the fufu there and the different things there. And they're picking it up and they're dipping the fufu in the different stew. The ofada and the asun and the susu chicken and stuff. And the peri-peri. And they're biting a whole pepper.
It smells, everything smells lovely. It's packaged lovely. And you know, I am looking forward to eat. I think the most interesting thing here, this, look at how this fufu is like together now. Is this a bubble? I'm gonna pierce it.
Yeah, it's plastic.
It's plastic?
Yeah.
But why would somebody put, anyway?
No, that's always packaged.
Okay. So I think what I'm interested in the most is this goat in this tomato kind of base with the egg. Ooh. You really say African food more spicy than Indian food because this is jumping in your throat, boy, but it is really tasty. That tomato base is very rich. Let me go in with the black eyed peas and some jollof rice now. With a little bit of that goat. I'm usually not a fan of black eyed peas. This one tastes just good enough that I will eat it. If you love the black eyed peas, then props to you. The jollof rice has like so many different flavors in it, and it is very pleasing to the taste bud. The jollof rice to me is given like a kind of, I don't know what he put in it, but it has a kind of Cajun finish to the taste of the rice. I know in every country you may have like a variety of pilau or some version of pilau, and I feel like this may be it, but it just doesn't have peas. Alright, chicken. Are you eating too slow? Well, this is grilled and smoky. This is the suya chicken here. It tastes, the flavors are clean. It tastes familiar to me. It's a little bit of spice. This has the mildest kind of peanut vibe to me. To me, it's given like it has pumpkin and stuff, you know, with it. But this is pretty tasty. Wow.
Consistency is?
It's like very I don't want to describe it like this, but like kind of what do you call that thing that children used to play with? The slime, like a kind of big glob of slime. Time to eat. It's very buttery and nice. You don't even have to chew it. There's nothing to chew. I mean, it's pounded. It's just swallow, dip and swallow. Amazing, flavorful food.
Emancipation. What you tell? What's that now? Wow. So I'm saying you had to take a little bit of. No, I've had fufu years before at you know, the famous soya pit in the HYATT grounds, but he didn't have a spread like this. You know, he was more focused on the grilled meats and stuff like that. This though, I want to try this goat egg and fufu here. Trying to get the name here, I'll put it in a sushi or something. So.
Yeah, something like that.
What's this, meat?
Yeah,
It's like a frightened. And you know the fufu good when you don't have to chew. It's all sour. If anything, the spices. You get the spices. What on?
do we call them egg?
No, baby, I'll give you my egg. There's no sin. But you're not worried, I'm going to eat your egg. Oh my god. Love the cartilage of the goat. Oh my god. And of course, you know, there's some lovely fried plantain
Oh, I didn't know.
here as well. Nice, not too burnt. You know, the lovely, the sweet flavor of the plantain, you can't go wrong. Yeah, boy. I don't know, you know. Over the years, like, you know, your mother would make her black eyed peas and pigtail, some rice, and they'd be like, they'd be like, what happened? Your ass too happy. Eat it. Never like it. This is nice, man. I'd love to see this on the menu every week. You know, we could have a Chinese day, Asian day. Breeze boy. Yeah, we could have an Asian day, we could have an African day, you know. Instead of the stew chicken and rice all the time, now this is the thing here. So this is only peanut chicken. That's the one. Oh, nice. It's a good balance. Like most time when you eat something with peanut, it's be overpowering, but it's just like, it's just mildly there. I watch Melina, she getting a little excited. She food too much.
Thanks. Yeah, I think African food is underrated. It's not as prominent here in Trinidad, and I feel like all ethnicities should have the opportunity to just showcase their cuisine, showcase the diversity, showcase different flavors and combinations. I know we in Trinidad here, we like particular seasonings and, you know, meats done a certain way, rice done a certain way, but be open-minded, try new things, and just enjoy food.
Spicy.
That's good enough for me.
What keeps us going, what keeps me going, I should say, is the smiles. You see, some people work for money. I've never worked for $1 a day in my life. Well, let me don't lie. I've worked for $1 rarely, on very rare occasions. In most instances, and most of my clients can attest to this, we cook the expression and the passion that we put into the food. when you get it and you enjoy it and you say, that aha moment, this was amazing. That is what pays us. That is what I live on and I thrive on. To contact us, it's very easy. You can send an email to grilledpepperstt@gmail.com. That's grilledpepperstt@gmail.com. Or if you want to contact the restaurant, the number is 271-FOOD. That's 271-3663 for the restaurant. And for the office, it's 615-8766. That's 615-8766. Call and inquire. Let's curate a menu for you in any sphere, any space. Challenge us and let us express our passion. All that we do and everything presented today and everything presented in all the different spaces, the corporate spaces, the different locations, could have only been possible with the support and the backing of an amazing team. So to the Grilled Peppers family, all of them, all the different chefs, all the different spaces, all the different persons, all the different employees, all the carnival teams, all the different leaders and managers, I just want to express a heartfelt thanks. And of course, to you, the customers who continue to keep us going throughout this 13-year experience. We can say nothing but love and affection to you all as well. And thank you all for the opportunity to serve.
Okay, so are they taking all the plastic?
Yeah. That's not true. Hey, all of that? The man know the thing, right?
No, man, no more.
That's our last.
Somebody you watching that? TikTok. Nigerians on there. Right, so I'm in this here, eat it with your hand, but no, you do it.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's like, you know, roti and your meat now.
Alright. Going back to roots now.
You talk about.
Going back to roots. Wait!
I'm home. Food of my people.
Exactly. I need to go back to the motherland.
Yeah. No, when I did start eating, I was like, I'm gonna save some for later. When I blink it down, yes, I say.
Yeah, boy.
But what you say? Oh, do you know me? Yeah, that is me. Right. Okay, guys. You're going stomp for what?
Right? Well, I honestly do know. This real neutral. This I'm not taste. This literally tastes like nothing.
Yeah, and it literally like dissolving as well. So it's like it's nothing.
But is the sauce. Again, a slight traditional curry, but tawaja twisted.